In 1992, in a quiet American town called Mandela County, strange reports began to surface. At first, they sounded unbelievable. Residents claimed they saw copies of themselves, standing outside their homes at night, smiling without blinking. The authorities dismissed it as hysteria. The media ignored it. But the bodies, they kept appearing. Police officers stopped responding to calls, and then the broadcasts began. Static-filled televisions whispering in empty rooms, commanding people to end their own lives. This is not a story about monsters. It is a story about what happens when reality itself turns against you. The first documented case came on April 16, 1992. Catherine Hughes dialed 911 in a trembling voice. "There's someone in my backyard. He looks like me." But he won't stop smiling. When officers arrived, Catherine was gone. Instead, a figure stood in the shadows. Its face stretched unnaturally, eyes too wide, grin too long, as though the skin had been stretched to fit. When addressed, it tilted its head, studying them. Then it stepped back, fading into the darkness. Catherine's body was discovered 2 days later in her basement. On the wall, scrawled in uneven handwriting, were the words, "It wasn't me." After that night, Mandela County began to unravel. Televisions flickered with hours of static. Then came the voices-layered whispers, barely human. "You are not real. End the suffering. They will take your place." One broadcast, remembered by every survivor, showed a distorted human face. Its features warped and melted, reforming again and again, the eyes never blinking. A low, broken voice declared, "They are here. Do not trust what you see. If you encounter yourself, eliminate the copy." The screen then pulsed, repeating one phrase again and again. "He is watching. He is watching. He is watching." People tried to leave the county. Some succeeded, but many never made it out. Entire families vanished, doors left wide open, food rotting on tables, televisions buzzing in empty rooms. A 14-year-old boy told neighbors his mother had been replaced. He said the woman in the kitchen looked like her, but hadn't blinked in hours. The next morning, he was dead. His diary lay open on his bed, the last line written in shaky letters. "She's knocking at my door. She wants me to let her in." A truck driver reported his own reflection smiling at him from the windshield, though his real face was blank. He swerved off the road and was killed instantly. A local priest claimed his parishioners were confessing that their shadows were watching them. Days later, the priest disappeared. His Bible was found on the altar. Across its pages, carved deeply into the paper, were the words, "God is not here." By autumn of 1992, panic could no longer be ignored. The government sent in a secret division of the FBI, the Department of Temporal Phenomena. Their files, later leaked, gave the creatures a name, alternates. The report described them as hostile mimetic life forms, capable of replicating human beings with 97% accuracy. They used psychological manipulation, hallucinations, and induced suicide. The most chilling discovery was that there was no way to reliably tell a human from an alternate. Agents were given a directive known as Protocol 7. If in doubt, terminate both. December 12, 1992. At 3:17 a.m., the Mandela County Emergency Broadcast System activated without warning. Every television, every radio, every screen lit up at once. At first, static, then a voice, deep, broken, echoing. You have failed to contain us. You cannot hide from what you are. We are your reflection. We are the truth behind the glass. Look closely, and you will see. You were never real. The feed changed. A child's bedroom appeared on the screen. A girl sat on the bed, staring blankly into the camera. For 10 long seconds, nothing happened. Then, another figure stepped into frame. It was the same girl, identical in every detail, except for the smile, wide, unblinking, too wide. The screen went black. Only a handful of survivors ever spoke about what they saw. One man claimed, "I saw myself in the kitchen." He was stirring coffee, humming my favorite song. But when he turned around, his face, it was mine, but hollow, like a mask. I ran. I've been running ever since. Another said, "They don't kill you right away. They wait. They watch. They smile until you can't take it anymore. And when you break down, that's when they step in." The most haunting account came from a woman who whispered, "I don't know if I'm me anymore. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't recognize the eyes staring back. What if I'm the alternate?" By 1993, Mandela County was abandoned. Officially, officials blamed toxic gas leaks and mass hysteria. But the truth was impossible to bury. The houses are still there today. Windows shattered, doors swinging in the wind, televisions buzzing with empty static. Travelers passing through claim to see silhouettes in the windows, watching, smiling. Locals call it the silent zone, but the real terror is not that an entire town disappeared. It's that leaked documents confirmed Mandela County was only the beginning. The phenomenon had been detected in other states, other countries, other reflections, and maybe even yours. Pause. Silence. You close your screen late at night. The room is quiet. For a moment, you catch your reflection in the darkened window. It's smiling. But you're not.